5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Like most of the world in the late 1960s,
Liftoff. We have liftoff.
I was watching at home when they set up the Apollo 11.
And we have a physical now.
Jerry Wyatt sat captivated as the Apollo program blasted toward a lunar landing.
Everybody was tapped into it, and I was watching this cruddy black and white TV and listening mostly.
Little did he know at the time that he would walk in the footsteps
That's one small step for man,
of the men who walked on the moon.
one giant leap for mankind.
Once the Apollo astronauts had paved the way, Jerry began his own journey to a barren, distant land far from mission control. There, in a place usually dominated by the sun, Jerry set his sights on the moon. On a mountaintop at the McDonald Observatory in West Texas, he helped launch a new part of the Apollo program that was a little less flashy than the actual mission to the moon.
We have 25 pieces of light that we throw up in the air before you get the first one back.
Branded the Lunar Ranging Project, it is still going today.
We're the last living Apollo project.
You see, NASA never did completely turn out the lights on the Apollo program because during lunar landings many years ago, astronauts left behind about 500 tiny reflectors like this one. And because of that, the Apollo program is still going to the moon today, just a whole lot faster than it used to.
Round trip time is about 2.5 seconds.
With a telescope-guided laser,
This is 1 billion watts.
lunar rangers bounce powerful beams of light
Gosh, that looks like it's hitting it.
off the reflectors that were left on the moon.
People say, good grief, in 30 years, haven't you found the moon by now? And I say, I'm glad you asked that because, yes, it was only the first 2 years, 70 to 72, that we're studying where the moon is, and all the rest of that, we're looking at Earth, and we're finding out things that affect us here. And we use the moon just as a fixed point in the sky. It's our first target, and of course, it's our first love. But today we do about 24 artificial satellites. In an indirect way, we touch anybody who uses a GPS system, a hunter, a fisherman, or a small plane pilot. And then there's Earth rotation studies, there's gravitational studies, and dozens of other things that I wouldn't even be aware of that people use our data.
So many years after Apollo first captured our attention as it made history,
Most people think the Apollo projects are dead and gone, and that's not true. We're still alive and well.
the last remnant of the program is now giving us the opportunity to take a look back.
Poetically, it's like we have a mirror and we're looking at ourselves.
In West Texas, Jason Wheeler, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.